Today, teachers, school employees, parents, healthcare providers, community advocates, business groups, and workers across the state are officially kicking off efforts to support a critical initiative that will appear on the November 2016 ballot called the Children's Education and Health Care Protection Act. We're supporting this initiative because California students and schools, we can't afford to go back to the days of massive teacher layoffs, larger class sizes, and cuts to programs like art and music. And because we should protect vital services like health care for children, we're supporting this initiative because our children and our schools matter most. To move this effort forward, I am pleased to announce that we are officially submitting the signatures to begin the qualification process for the November ballot. We're submitting close to 1 million signatures, which is way more than we need to qualify. The significant number of those signatures came through an incredible volunteer effort from teachers, school employees, parents, and others who are determined to see this initiative make it to the ballot. I am very proud of the effort made by so many to ensure that our public schools are protected from another round of drastic cuts. What this initiative will do, it will maintain the current tax cuts or the tax rates on the wealthiest Californians to prevent billions of dollars in budget cuts for public education and children's health care. And today, as we celebrate California's Day of the Teacher and recognize all the hard-working educators and school employees that make a difference in the lives of our students, we are reminded about how far our schools have come from the days of devastating cuts that were made during the recession. Educators and parents witnessed firsthand the impact that those cuts had on our students. California's public school funding was cut to the bone during the recession, with more than 30,000 teachers and educators layoffs, student programs eliminated, larger class sizes, and community college tuition hikes. Public education lost $50 billion in funding that will never be paid back, and billions were made in cuts to health care and other critical services. Thankfully, the voters passed Proposition 30 in 2012, which stopped the bleeding. So far, Proposition 30 has generated more than $31 billion and is helping our schools rebound. But we also know that revenues coming into the states are starting to slow down. We know that if we don't pass a measure to extend the current tax rates on the wealthiest of Californians, and public education would face immediate cuts of almost $5 billion a year. No one wants to go back to those days of cuts, especially when the state is facing a severe teacher shortage and needs to hire more than 22,000 teachers next year alone. Not to mention that we still need to rehire counselors, nurses, library aides, bus drivers, custodians, and other education professionals. We're making progress, but a lot is at stake for our kids if we don't pass this initiative.